Hey lovelies. This is going to be our day 10 reflection. We're actually about halfway through day 10, but I just wanted to go ahead and take the time and record this since we are paused and taking a break while it's nice and sunny outside. And what I wanted to go over with you guys is more from Dr. Stephen Hassan. This is his BITE model for authoritarian control. Now, Dr. Hassan is a psychologist, and he specializes in identifying authoritative and cult-like social structures. He has created the BITE model, which stands for behavior control, information control, thought control, and emotional control. Now, all of these have to do with control because when it comes to an authoritarian regime or social structure of any kind, it is all about control. And there's different ways that this control takes place. Now, while he does specialize in cults specifically, he does make sure to recognize and identify the fact that any culture, be it a household culture, a country's culture, and everything in between, has the possibility of becoming authoritative. And so with that, there's lots of different ways, like I said, that they go about it. Specifically for behavior control, we're talking about regulating an individual's physical reality, so like minimizing their opportunities physically to be physically diverse and where they engage in life. They can dictate where, how, and with whom the member lives and associates or isolates. It is also where you can see control with how they go about identifying themselves, expressing themselves, be it clothing and hairstyles, how their diet is. You can also see a lot of times where there's manipulation and sleep deprivation. Normally it is unfortunately easier to coerce somebody if they are sleepy and hungry. You can also see, as far as behavior control, financial exploitation and manipulation. You can restrict leisure, entertainment, or vacation time. You can see the major time spent is within the indoctrinated group. You can also see the development of requiring permission for major decisions in their life. They can also, and there's several other things, but when it comes to information control, you will see deception. And this is deliberately withholding information, distorting information to make it more acceptable. Like, say for instance, when something really bad happens, let's say for instance that somebody needlessly got shot and killed, you can say, oh no, they deserved it. And that's the sort of deception in that distorted way that you can see. Lastly, in this deception, you can also see the individuals systematically lying to the individual that they are trying to coerce. Secondly, you will see in information control the minimizing or discouraging access to non-cult sources of information, including internet, TV, radio, books, articles, newspapers, magazines, and media. This can also be minimizing and discouraging critical information, speaking to former members, keeping members busy so that they don't have time to think, and controlling through cell phone with text, phone calls, tracking, that sort of stuff. Also, in information control, you can see the compartmentalization of information into outsider versus insider doctrines. This way, they ensure that information is not freely acceptable. They control information at different levels and missions within the group, and allow only leaders to decide who needs to know what and when. They will also encourage spying on other members, as well as the extensive use of cult-generated information and propaganda, and the unethical use of confession. This is obtaining information about sins or shortcomings that's then used to disrupt and or dissolve identity boundaries. Withholding forgiveness or having an absolutive sort of mindset, as well as manipulation of memory or imprinting false memories. When it comes to thought control, in this way, they will require members to internalize the group's doctrine as truth, change a person's name and or identity. Like, for instance, in Virginia Dufresne, when she was indoctrinated in the human trafficking circle that she was in, she was identified as baby. That's just one example. They'll also use loaded language and cliches which constrict knowledge, stop critical thoughts, and reduce complexities into platitudes and buzzwords. They'll encourage only good and proper thoughts and make you feel as if your thoughts are bad if they are anything that they don't deem good and proper. As well as hypnotic techniques used to alter mental states, undermine critical thinking, and even to age regress the member. You can also see memories are manipulated and false memories are created. That it goes in conjunction with the information control. Teaching thought-stopping techniques which shut down reality testing by stopping negative thoughts and allowing only positive thoughts. You can also see rejection of rational analysis, critical thinking, and constructive criticism. Forbidding critical questions about the leader, doctrine, or policy. Labeling alternative belief systems as illegitimate, evil, or not useful. Or instilling a new map of reality. Lastly, within the emotional control, you have the possibility of seeing the manipulation and narrowing of the range of feelings. Some emotions and or needs are deemed as evil, wrong, or selfish. You can also see the teaching of emotional stopping techniques to block feelings of hopelessness, homesickness, anger, doubt, all of those warning bells within ourselves. You can also see the possibility of the attempt of making the person feel that problems are always their own fault and never the leader's or the group's fault. They will also promote feelings of guilt or unworthiness, such as identity guilt. You are not living up to your potential guilt. Your family is deficient guilt. Your past is suspect. Your affiliations are unwise. Your thoughts, feelings, actions are irrelevant or selfish. Social guilt as well as historical guilt. They will also instill fear, such as fear of thinking independently, thinking out of the outside world, of enemies, of losing one's salvation, leaving or being shunned by the group, or others' disapproval. You can also see the extremes of emotional highs and lows, such as love bombing and praise one moment and then declaring that you are a horrible person shortly after. You could also see ritualistic and sometimes public confession of sins, as well as phobia indoctrination. This is instilling irrational fears about leaving the group or questioning the leader's authority. Sometimes within this, you'll see no happiness or fulfillment possible outside of the group is attempted to be conveyed to them. You could also see them instilling the phobia that terrible consequences would happen if you leave, be it hell, demon possession, incurable diseases, accidents, suicide, insanity, 10,000 reincarnations, etc. They can honestly kind of get a little absurd with it. They can also instill the phobia of shunning those who leave with the fear of being rejected by friends and family. You can also see the projection of there's never a legitimate reason to leave. Those who leave are weak, undisciplined, unspiritual, worldly, brainwashed by their family or counselor, seduced by money, sex, or rock and roll, as well as the indoctrination of the fear of threats of harm to the ex-member and their family. Now, I'm reading all of this from his wonderful resource online, and I will link it in the description below. But I'm reading this to you guys because this information is absolutely important. Because regardless of if you are actively in a cult or not, we all have the possibility to be in a authoritative doctrine of some sort. And the only way out is through, and knowledge is power in this. So if you've learned something, I'm so glad. I hope that you can reflect on this resource, not just of me reading it, but on your own time. And I hope that you've gotten something out of this cultivation together. And if you have, I hope that you can give me a like and subscribe to the channel, because that is the best free way that you can support this mission to combat food insecurity on this march for public health. Thank you.